class and some advanced laws related to exponents. And now as fifth point, I am just reviewing all the laws and the concepts of exponents here. After that I will give you some more advanced laws of exponents. You just have a look here. For the first problem I mentioned you need to multiply a power a power a power a for p times. Here we are multiplying a power a. So base of the answer is a power a and we are multiplying for b times. So power is b. Always we need to identify base and power. Here base is a power a and the power is b. And then according to the law of exponents, we have a specific law of exponents. What is that law? A power m to the power n is equals to a power mn. Is it right? Power of the power. A power m to the power n is equals to a power mn. With that law of exponent, a power a to the power b can be written as a power ab, product of these two. Okay, we did it. We solved some simple problems related to this particular law. According to this a power m to the power n, we need to multiply these two. So just multiply a and b. So a power ab is your answer. That's it. Okay, that's the first problem. Then you just think about the next one. What is that? 7 power 3 power 8 power 3. See, as I said, first of all you need to identify the base and power for this is 7 power 3 power 8. Okay, you just look here. 7 power 3 power 8. In this 7 power 3 power 8, no brackets are maintained. In such a case, as I said, you need to use bracket for this 3 power 8. That in the sense, this 7 is the base, 3 power 8 is the power. Is it right? Once again, 7 power 3 power 8. In this 7 itself, 7 only is the base and 3 power 8 is the power. Right? Base, power, whole to the power some n. Like this a power m to the power n. Just like a, we have 7 here. And just like m, in the place of m, we have 3 power 8 here. And in the place of n, we have 3 here. So its answer is simply 7 power 3 power 8 into 3. Just observe carefully. M into m we need to multiply. M here it is 3 power 8. N here it is 3. So 3 power 8 into 3. That is equals to 7 power. 3 power 8 into 3 is nothing but 3 power 9. So your answer is 7 power 3 power 9. There is the problem. Okay. See, if you feel any confusion, that confusion is just because of identifying, okay, misunderstanding in identifying the base and the power. For 7 power 3 power 8, base is 7, 3 power 8 is the power. Whereas if I mention like this, 7 power 3 whole to the power 8, in this case, 7 power 3 is the base and 8 is the power. As I said here, the bracket will make a magic, okay? You need to understand the magic made by the bracket, okay? Right. So the answer for the first problem is a power ab, whereas answer for the second problem is 7 power 3 power 9, and you just think about 7 power 3 power 8 power 3. See, we did some problems related to this in the last class also. See here everywhere bracket is maintained. So 7 power 3 power 8. First of all, for this 7 power 3 power 8, use this particular formula. We need to multiply m and n. In that case, the result is 7 power. This 3 into 8 is 24. Again whole to the power 3. And then again use the same law. Multiply this 24 into 3 now. This is equals to 7 power 24 into 3 is 72. So 7 power 72 is the answer, which means multiplication of 7 for 72 times. But practically it is not possible to find out a numerical value on after multiplying 7 for 72 times. So you just leave it. You need to express your answer again as an exponent like 7 power 72. So 7 power 3 power 8 power 3. So everywhere bracket is maintained. In that case you just directly multiply these three numbers. 3 into 8 is 24, into 3 is 72. There is the problem. But bit B is bit different. Here 7 power 3 power 8, no bracket is maintained. In this case, this 7 is the only base and 3 power 8 is the power. Multiply that power with the 3, you have 7 power 3 power 9. Okay? And now coming to here, 13 power minus 4 and 13 power 7. See, we have different laws of exponents. And I mentioned you another law here. a power m divided by a power n is equals to a power m minus n. Okay, I explained you this law in the first class itself, and we did different problems related to this simple problems, and again it is one more simple one. A power m divided by a power n is equals to a power m minus n. See, if bases are same, your answer also has same base like 13, and then you need to write power for this 13 as the difference of these two. Okay, power of the numerator minus power of the denominator. What is the power of the numerator? In the place of m we have minus 7, and in the place of n we have 7. So n is 7, but in formula we have minus. So this is equals to 13 power minus 11. And if you wish, you have a chance to express it like 1 divided by 13 power 11. Okay, just observe this. Okay, just observe these 4 problems first, and then I will handle E, F, G. Okay, note down, have a screenshot. Just observe there. Okay, for 7 power 3 power 8, base is 7 and power is 3 power 8. Whereas for 7 power 3 whole power 8, base is 7 cube and power is 8. And that's why there is a bit different in calculating its values also. Okay, from the first class onwards, I am just stressing everybody to identify base and power clearly. Okay, you just revise the notes. Okay, observe them and then try to identify base and power for each and every exponent clearly. If you are confident and clear about identifying base and power, then automatically all the problems of exponents are very much easy. Okay, and now I am going to handle E bit. Okay, see what is that E? 3 into 2 power n plus 1 plus 2 power n by 2 power n plus 2 minus 2 power n minus 1. Okay, see we need to simplify it. We need to find out its simplified value using the laws of exponents as well using your experience of algebra, right? So this is the problem, right? 3 into 2 power n plus 1 plus 2 power n divided by 2 power n plus 2 minus 2 power n minus 1. I will rewrite it like this. 3 into 2 power n plus 1 can be written as 2 power n into 2. Is it right? We have a power m plus n as a power m into a power n, right? Okay. We have these laws. A power m plus n is equals to a power m into a power n. And the next thing, a power m minus n is equals to a power m divided by a power n. I will use these two to simplify this. 2 power n plus 1 is of this format. So 2 power n into 2 plus, I will write 2 power n here divided by 2 power n plus 2. Again use the same law. 2 power n into 2 square. A power n plus n is a power n into a power n. Here I have 2 power n plus 2. So 2 power n into 2 square. And the next thing is 2 power n minus 1. It is just like a power m minus n, and which is a power m by a power n. So I will write it like this. Here I have minus sign. So minus this 2 power n minus 1 can be written as 2 power n divided by 2 power 1. N and 1, m and n, like that. And now if you observe, see, numerator has 2 terms, denominator has 2 terms. In these 2 terms, 2 power n is a common thing, and in these 2 terms also 2 power n is a common thing. So this is equals to 2 power n. If you pick it out, if you pick 2 power n as a common thing, 3 into 2, 6 you left here, plus 1. Okay, 6 into 2 power n is the first term, 1 into 2 power n is the second term, divided by, again from these 2 terms you just pick out 2 power n, and you left here with 2 square, which is 4, and since 2 power n is out, then you left with 1 by 2 here, minus 1 by 2. And now you just cancel out 2 power n because it is there in both numerator and denominator. From there you just try to simplify. 6 plus 1 is 7 divided by 4 minus 1 by 2 is 7 by 2. Is it right? 7 divided by 7 by 2 is nothing but 7 into 2 by 7. 7 into 2 by 7. Okay, again we have a chance to cancel out 7 and 7. You are left with 2 and your answer is 2. At the end, for this problem, just look here. See, n is involved, 2 power n is involved, but at the end if you simplify your answer is 2. Okay, so very simple with the help of laws of exponents as well with the concepts of algebra. 2 power n plus 1 can be written as 2 power n into 2. Okay, so here we use these two. Okay, one thing is 2 power n plus 1, which is nothing but 2 power n into 2 power 1 by the first law, and the other thing is 2 power n minus 1, which we will write it as 2 power n by 2 power n as with the second law. Okay, so you just replace 2 power n plus 1, 2 power n minus 1, 2 power n plus 2, and on simplification you left with 2. Okay, that's the problem. Have a look. So next problem is F. You just look there. What is that? X power a by x power b to the power c into x power b by x power c to the power a into x power c by x power a to the power b. You just have a look. For this x power a by x power b, you just use this second law. A power m by a power n is a power m minus n. Then x power a by x power b is simply nothing but x power a minus b whole to the power c is already given into next thing x power b by x power c. Again use the same law. M and n, m minus n, b and c, b minus c. Very simple. X power b minus c to the power a into next thing here c and a, x power c by x power a with the same logic, x power c minus a to the power b. Okay, and then you need to use another law of exponent. We have different laws. A power m to the power n, which is nothing but a power mn, right? First I used this second law, a power m minus n. Now I am going to use this law, a power m to the power n is a power mn. With that particular law, I need to multiply these two, right? So this is equals to x power a minus b into c into x power b minus c into a into x power c minus a into b. And now you just multiply x power ac minus bc into x power ba minus ca into x power cb minus ab. Okay, I already used this second law as well third law. Now you just use this first law. What is that first one? If you have different exponents with the same base and multiplication sign in between them, you need to add the powers. Add the powers like m plus n. So x power ac minus bc plus ba minus ca plus cb minus ab. That's it. And now once if you observe, see here I have minus ab and here I have plus ab and minus ab. Both gets cancelled. And then minus bc and plus bc. Both gets cancelled. And then see, look here, plus ac and minus ac, both gets cancelled. These two gets cancelled, these two gets cancelled, and these two gets cancelled, and you left with 0 here. Since you left with 0, your answer for the problem is x power 0 and something to the power 0 leaves you 1. Just look here, the problem. The problem involves with x, a, b and c. But with the help of laws of exponents and by using certain simple concepts of algebra, your answer at the end is 1. Okay, that's F. Have a look. Z, very simple to solve with the laws of exponents. I have a square b minus 3. So by the algebra, this is simply nothing but a square into b power minus 3 into b power 4 into c power minus 2 into c power 3 into a power minus 5. Since it is the multiplication, we know that 3 into 4 into 5 is simply nothing but 4 into 3 into 5 or 5 into 3 into 4. If you change the order, the value of the multiplication won't change. So you just change the order, collect the same base terms. See, a square into a power minus 5. See, these two are with the same base a into, next collect b. b power minus 3 into b power 4. Already these two are aside. And the next thing is c power minus 2 into c power 3. And in each and every way, you just use that first law. Since the base is same, add the powers. A power 2 and minus 5. If you add 2 minus 5 into b power, since b is the same base, you just add the powers minus 3 plus 4 into c power minus 2 plus 3. And here this is a power minus 3 into b power 1 into c power 1. And we know that a power minus 3 can be written as 1 by a power 3. So 1 by a power 3 into b into c, and at the end we also write it like bc by a power 3. This is also correct, and as per the options you may go up to here also like bc by a power 3. So if you simplify this problem, at the end your simplified value is bc divided by a power 3. Okay, just have a look, and after this I will give you some more laws of exponents. Next law of exponent, sixth one, you just have a look. For suppose if you have something like 3 by 4 to the power 5, how can we write? 3 by 4 to the power 5. Here 3 by 4 is the base and 5 is the power. So we will write it like this: 3 by 4 into 3 by 4 into 3 by 4 into 3 by 4 into 3 by 4. We need to multiply 3 by 4 for 5 times. And after that, by the theory of fractions, see, multiplication of fractions is simply nothing but multiplication of numerators divided by the multiplication of denominators. So multiplication of these fractions is simply nothing but 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 divided by 4 into 4 into 4 into 4. Is it right? Absolutely. And then if you observe, we are multiplying 3 for 5 times. So this is simply 3 power 5. And here we are multiplying 4 for 5 times. This is simply 4 power 5. At the end, if you observe, see this 3 by 4 to the power 5 as well, this 3 power 5 divided by 4 power 5. So we will generalize it like this: 3 by 4 to the power 5 is equals to 3 power 5 by 4 power 5. From this I am going to establish a law. So we have at the end a by b whole to the power some m can be written as a power m by b power m. We have a chance to distribute that power m both for a as well power b. Okay, you just have it. So a by b whole power m is equals to a power m divided by b power m. That's it. For suppose if you have a problem like this, 12 power 19 divided by 3 power 19, how to simplify this? If you wish to solve this 12 power 19 divided by 3 power 19, by this particular law, a power m by b power m can be written as a by b power m. So with that, we have a chance to rewrite it like this: 12 by 3 whole to the power 19 directly. You just collect this 19. 12 by 3 to the power 19. Okay. See, collecting this power is just possible for this for this numerator by denominator form as well for the product, not for addition and subtraction. Okay. 12 by 3 to the power 9. 12 by 3 is simply nothing but 4, and 4 power 19 is your answer. You just stop there. 4 power 19 is your answer. Okay. So you just consider it as 6a. In 6a, I just mentioned you another law of exponent, which is a by b whole to the power m is equals to a power m by b power m. In the same way, there is a chance to establish the similar type of law for multiplication, and that is ab whole to the power m is equals to a power m into b power m. Okay, ab whole power m is equals to a power m into b power m. ab whole power m is what? Multiplication of ab for m times. You just separate a for m times and b for m times, which is a power m into b power m. So we have a into b power m as a power m into b power m, a by b power m as a power m by b power m, but we don't have these. What are those? A plus b power m is not equals to a power m plus b power m, and in the same way a minus b power m is not equals to a power m minus b power m. For addition and subtraction, we have no chance to distribute that m for each and everything. Whereas for division and multiplication, we have a chance to give that m for both the terms or all the terms of the initial base. Okay, just observe this, and I will give you one simple problem related to this. After that, I will go for the next law of exponent. Yeah, you just have a look by this first law. What is this law? AB power m is A power m into B power m. We need to give this m for both AB. Just like here we have A square and B power minus 3. We need to give this 5 for this both for these two terms. So I will rewrite it like this: A square to the power 5 into B power minus 3 to the power 5. Just by giving this 5 for these two terms into, now you just give for these 4 for these two terms, B power 4 to the power 4 into C power minus 2 to the power 4. And now you just give this 3 for these two terms, C power 3 to the power 3 into A power 5 to the power 3. This is just because of this first law. And we have many laws, certain basic laws, okay? Yeah. A power m to the power n is A power mn, right? So by that law, I just apply it and then I will collect the like terms. So this is equals to A power 10 because 2 into 5 is 10 into, just I am writing this A term here, A power minus 50. Okay, into, and now here B power minus 3 into 5 is minus 15 into B power 4 into 4 is 16. C power minus 2 into 4 is minus 8 and C power 3 into 3 is 9. And now this is equals to, here since bases are same, we need to add the powers. So A power 10 minus 15 is minus 5 into B power minus 15 plus 16 is 1 into C power minus 8 plus 9 is 1. And again we have a chance to rewrite it like this: BC divided by A power 5. Because this is A power minus 5, A power minus 5 can be written as 1 by A power 5. So into BC. And this is the simplified value for this problem with the help of first law, this law, and then A power m into A power n as A power m plus 1. Okay, just have a look. See, just look here, the next law of exponent, A power m into A power n is equals to, if A power m is equals to A power n, if it happens, then for sure m is equals to m. In words, we will say that if bases are equal, then powers also equal. Okay, don't get confused. I have A power m and A power n. Which sign we are using in between them? If we are using multiplication in between them, your answer is A power m plus n. If we are using division symbol in between them, your answer is A power m minus n. If you are using equality sign in between them, then your answer is m is equals to n. Okay. Once again I am repeating you. If you have two exponents with the same base like A power m and A power n, then if you use multiplication sign in between them, see what you need to add the powers. The answer for this one is A power m plus n. And A power m divided by A power n is simply nothing but A power m minus n. If you have A power m is equals to A power n, then m is equals to n also will happen. Okay. First suppose if I gave you a problem, 2 power x is equals to 32, then find x. This is a problem. How to solve this problem? If 2 power x is equals to 32, then we need to find the value of x. Right? See, 2 power x is equals to, this is 32. We need to express this 32 as a power of 2. If you don't know, you just go with the simple prime factorization. Okay? 2 16s and then 2 8s and then 2 4s and then 2 2s. Then if you observe there are 5 2s here. So 32 can be written as 2 power 5. Okay? Given problem is, given equation is 2 power x is equals to 32. We have a chance to rewrite it like 2 power x is equals to 2 power 5. And if you observe these two sides, bases are same and equality sign is there in between them. So we need to equalize the powers and x is equals to 5. The question is about finding x. So there is the problem, x value is 5. This is just because of having equal bases and equality sign in between them. If bases are equal, then powers also equal. If A power m is equals to A power n, then m is equals to n. Some of you may get confused about this. See, if you have equality sign between them, then only you have to equalize the powers like m is equals to n. Instead of equality sign, if you have either multiplication or division, then you just go with these two laws. That's why I mentioned those laws along with this new law. Okay. So a power m into a power n is equal. Then m is equals to n will happen. See, you need to use this in many situations. Okay. For suppose if I have 3 power y is equals to 3 power 17, then what you say about the value of y, which is directly 17. Okay, and there are certain restrictions for this. Okay, there are certain restrictions for this law, where to use and where where there is no chance to use, and there are certain restrictions for this law. And see, for this class the time is already over. Okay, almost over. Okay, and in the next class I will discuss the restrictions behind this particular law. Right? You just mark it as 7a. 7a. A power m is equals to a power n. Then m is equals to n. If bases are equal, powers are equal. If 2 power x is equals to 32, then x is equals to 5. If 3 power y is equals to 3 power 17, then y is equals to 17. And there are certain restrictions for this law, and I will discuss those restrictions along with some more problems on this law in the next class. You just copy this, have a screenshot. And similar to this we have another law, and I will discuss it now. So 7a I mentioned there, if bases are equal, then powers are also equal. Whereas for this problem, if powers equal, just observe these two. A power m is equals to b power m. Powers are same both sides of that equation. Then we need to equalize the bases. If powers are equal, then bases also equal. Okay, in bit A I mentioned if bases equal, then powers are also equal. And whereas for this, if powers are equal, then bases also equal. Right? For suppose if you have a problem like this, yeah, x power 5 is equals to something like 243. If x power 5 is equals to 243, then find x. How to find the value of x? See, as per this law, if powers are equal, then bases also equal, right? Here x power 5 is equals to 243 is given, and I am trying to find the value of x. For that, I need to think about 243. In first class itself I mentioned you to practice powers of the numbers, 2 power 1, 2 power 2 like that up to 2 power 10, and then 3 power 1, 3 power 2 like that up to 3 power 6 like that. See, if you are perfect at those powers, directly you will identify this, or otherwise you just go with prime factorization. 243. See, you just run with 3 8s is 24 and 3 1s, and then 3 27s, 3 2s is 6 and 3 7s, and then 3 9s and then 3 3s. So if you observe, there are how many 3s? 5 3s. So this equation can be written as x power 5 is equals to 3 power 5. And if you observe both sides, powers are same, 5 and 5. Since powers are same, then we have a chance to equalize the bases. So you need to mention that x is equals to 3. So always you just think about the powers. If powers are same, then bases also same. Something like if I have y power 2021 is equals to 7 power 2021, then what you say about the value of y? Directly it is 7, because since powers are same, you just equalize the bases, then the value of y is 7. If this is given in a problem, you need to identify y value as 7. Just like a of 7th bit, similarly this b also has some restrictions. There are some cases where this law fails, and I will discuss all those restrictions in the next class. Right? You just have a look. And now here in 7, I mentioned you 2 advanced laws of exponents, which are very useful to solve many problems of your practice sheets. Okay, the first law is if bases are equal, then powers automatically will become equal. If powers are equal, then we need to equalize the bases. With these two, we solve many problems. Just have a look. And that's for today's class. In the next class, I will mention these 2 laws along with the restrictions, and then many problems related to these laws. Okay, that's for the class.